Hey, looks like audio is working. Good. Bring this over. Got some delay, number 4. That's right. All right. Take that mouse over there. We definitely had some difficulties getting stuff set up because I decided to try and put a puppy cam or a Furberry cam like 5 minutes before we started. So ultimately that's what I was working on, which is that right there. So when the dogs come in, they'll be able to see them, or if Pickles comes in, either way. So I had some difficulties because I was just using a GoPro. It's really finicky. None of the batteries are charged. The HDMI was having a struggle. It may still just die on me. Who knows? It's hard to tell sometimes. But at least that's going now. So with that, the stream should be going. I'll do a quick check to make sure it is actually going. That's not what I wanted. Yep. All right. Where we left off. All right. We finished our little. We finished our template right here, which is not really happy with the sides. What I think I'm going to do is actually cut these round off a little bit. I have something size-wise to do that. I don't know if I have something that is a good curve for that. Yeah, maybe the skate wheel here would work. It's not really enough there, but we'll see. Find something else that works a little bit better size-wise as a circle. That might work. A little bit tighter circle. To round these off a little bit. Something like that. That random piece of PVC pipe back in. And let's cut these out real quick here. Something like that. Made a run to Joann Fabrics and Hobby Lobby today. Try and find more leather. So we ended up getting just these, which is what I got the last time. A couple simple sheets. I was trying to find something more colorful, but unfortunately I had like this natural color, a really kind of gross green color, which is green's the color of Danny's team, but it wasn't like the right color green. Alright, so that's kind of my template right there. And I think we'll work on, or work with, at this point. And that, today, beverage is going to be Shotgun Betty, which is a local Raleigh beer. So that's the beverage tonight. What I need to do, go back to that. I suppose I need to just start cutting. I don't know if I can get this 2 pieces out of this 1 piece of leather. Might be able to. I'm gonna go make a scan of this real quick. I will be right back. You're not getting any treats. No treats. You guys just came in from outside. It's not bedtime yet. Hey, guess what time it is? It is... Max, where'd you go? Where'd you go, buddy? There you go. We got doggy cam. There's the first example of it. Just let Max back inside. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? You wanna come look over here? There you go. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Go, boy. Go, boy. All right, good boy. Go back to that one right there. That view. I'll do this real quick. Come back here. Sorry, adjusting settings here. I did have a whiteout pen I could use. I wasn't getting it working last time. I don't know if it's still not working here. I probably used this pen once and then it sat and dried up for like a year and a half. I'm not getting anything out of it. Yeah. It's working more like a chisel than a pencil. how well I can. Well, messed up already. Probably go ahead and just secure this down a little bit, just to help prevent it from moving or sliding around. Probably be the wise thing to do. The one thing, I actually just ordered a new switcher, because the switcher I have is just a really cheap, just HDMI switcher. And when you switch, anytime you switch, it gets the little bar screen of basically no connection for 3 seconds and then transfers back over. So, like a different view, do the switch and then transition back. And it sometimes works, but I don't always want to transfer back to my other input, which is a NDI input through my Zcam. A little piece of tape here that's just kind of in the way. Get rid of that. Continue sketching. Our fierce guard dogs are barking at what can only be probably our neighbors driving into the driveway. I don't think I'm going to keep this little bump right there. I'll mark it out for now, but I'm probably going to end up cutting that off. Alright. Then probably work on this for about an hour. And then it's dinner time. Tonight, since I am surviving on my own and having to cook my own meals, I have the trusty chicken pot pie to make, which is probably the greatest meal ever. Due to the fact that it has every key ingredient you need. It has vegetables, some random peas inside of it. It has meat, it has protein, it has carbs, the crust, I don't know what else is there, but only drawback is it takes like 45 minutes in the oven. So you really have to kind of plan when you want to eat. Otherwise you end up waiting a long time for dinner when you don't want to. Hope everybody saw that. Oh, guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? Pet cam time. Pickles. Meow meow. Nope. Our feed died. Yeah, exactly. All right, cat's gone. Well, I attempted to go to the animal cam and it failed. Probably timed out. Something happened to it. Needless to say, the elusive Pickles was not seen. End up picking up some more things at Joann's too. I've been using the same utility knife blade for 3 years now. So I went and got new blades finally. So this is cutting far better than it was before because it was incredibly dull previously. All right. All right, I think we have everything marked out. Should probably angle that camera down a little bit more, shouldn't I? We'll adjust that real quick. So it looks like we have a lot of random back. There we go. Even that up a little bit. There we go. It's probably a little bit better. All right. Well, we have our sketch. Marked out on our piece of leather. I'm really torn because I really want it to be symmetrical on both sides. So you could just fold it in half and it'd basically be the same. But I realize like the boot isn't really symmetrical. It has a different angle around the outside of the foot versus the inside of the foot. So it really kind of bothers me when it's set up like that. What I do need to go get is a cutting board. I have a board somewhere. I think it's in this room that I'm going to use to cut on because I don't want to cut directly on the counter here. So I need to go find that real quick. Test the animal cam real quick. Still doesn't work. Solid. And I'm hoping with the other switcher it will fix that problem. Sure, it will fix that problem. So, go to overhead shot. As I suspected, what I'm looking for is right here. Doesn't quite fit. Let's move this over just a little bit. I actually don't think I need the paper cutter anymore. Take that out of here. So some trash away and put our board right there. All right. Flip this over. There we go. No turning back now. First cut. Question is, do I go a little bit more to make sure I have extra, or do I cut only what I need? It's a solid question. Oh, let me see my bald head. How I feel about that. Subconscious. All right. Cuts way better. I wonder if it would be easier doing curves with the scissors. Nope. Well, trying to make sure I follow the same lines. So the one I did for my skates, I definitely struggled kind of cutting the same line each time, and it showed because I had a lot of just kind of jagged edges and marks on there that did not look very good. For anybody who didn't see that yesterday, this is what I made for my skate, which works for me skating. If I do officiating, I'm not really running into people, so it's not really an issue or hazard having the extra material here that could catch like a wheel or a skate. Not really a problem for me, but I want something a little more form-fitting for Danny. So kind of see there, works up a little bit. For the streaming setup, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge system, just because I have HDMI inputs for the primary. That's not a circle at all. Ugh, that's rough. I have two cameras running HDMI, the Sony RX10 Mark IV, which is like a bridge camera, so it has a, what's the zoom, like 20 to 300 or something like that, which I bought, I think in 2017. I kind of got it to be able to do photos and video. And it does both very well. And it's just nice to be able to have a camera that has kind of a good zoom range. And at the time I didn't really want to invest in a camera body and then multiple lenses, and that's since changed because the other camera, well actually the other one that's I'm using is an older Sony. It's HDR AX2000, which is an older kind of cinema camera. Drawback is it only does HD, so 1080, and it only does 1080i, it doesn't do 1080p. It still looks pretty good. It's still a phenomenal camera because of the inputs it has for XLR for audio, because of its like built-in ND filters, its zoom. It's a great camera, and I actually got that from an auction at a really reasonable price. At the time, I didn't even know really anything about it. I knew enough to know it was a decent camera. And then the Zcam E2M4, this camera right here, which is a 4K camera. I've got a couple lenses now. I got a 20 to 70 zoom lens, which is what's on it right now. And then I have a couple, I think I have a wide angle and a couple other ones, a 35 mil and something else. But it's overall, and that's also what the audio is running through. The thing is, this one's running NDI, so I have a network cable going to it, running to the computer, and it's streaming through the network. So switching them is a little different. I have to switch one through the computer, and the other ones I switch through the HDMI switcher. Then I can view stop, start, stop, record, all the settings for the Zcam through the iPad right here or a cell phone. Doesn't really matter. And I got a couple lights set up just to kind of illuminate the area. And then I'm using a DJI wireless mic, the first generation of it, for the audio. Yesterday I was using my Zoom microphone, but it was still probably 3 feet away from me. So audio wise, I still had like a little bit of an echo kind of inside the room. So I wanted to get the microphone closer to me, so I ended up going with the wireless mic. So we'll see. Check to see how that. This is kind of unrelated, but there's a subreddit called Mildly Penis, which are just random objects, things you find, occurrences out in public and things like that, that just kind of undeliberately end up looking like a penis, and I feel like this laid out kind of fits that. So if I make another version, I may have to adjust the design a little bit. Not intentional, despite what my wife probably will say. There we go. Bulk of it gone. Keep those little bumps for now. I can always just cut them off if I want to. Shimawa. Danny's down in Dale. And she's ran into a couple things. One, they got they have really nice camera setups down there for Clover Cup with a boom with a motorized head on it to follow the derby gameplay on it, which is pretty cool. But they also she ran into a company that makes 3D printed boot covers or boot guards for derby skates. And I've done a scan. I took that and did a photogrammetry scan of her boot to start trying to work on that. But the issue is converting it from kind of the mesh to an STL that you can actually use and print with. So I'm still kind of working on that. But with that, then you can print in TPU, which I haven't printed yet. So I don't have that filament kind of figured out yet. Because I know you have to dry it. You have to dry it quite a bit in order to print with it. It absorbs a lot of moisture sitting. All right, there we have it. Kind of lopsided on my so I get this hole right. There we go. I am zoomed in quite a bit there. Go a little bit wider there. There we go. Well, that's not the perfect circle, but I can probably clean that up a little bit. Especially since I should have a decently sharp utility knife now. That's where I just slide the utility knife right into my hand on accident. Try to make that a little more symmetrical there. better. Part of me thinks the reason the animal cam doesn't work is, actually, I'll switch it right now. Then Maxie's back, of course. Peaches rarely comes and visits, unless it's bedtime, dinner time, or she hears the package of cheese open up. Maxie comes and visits me. Oh yeah, it's a good view right there, isn't it, buddy? Oh, good boy. Yeah. Pickles comes and visits me occasionally. Good job, buddy. Where's Foxy? Go get Foxy or Ball. Go get Ball. Oh. Go back to Peaches cam. Hi, baby girl Peaches. You guys want to get grubbies. It rained out here. Yeah. So now you want to go outside and get grubbies, don't you? All right, let's go get grubbies. All right, on that note, I think we're going to take a quick break and go get the doggies outside so they can go dig up grubs. Baby girl, what are you doing? Come on, you two. Hello, Pickles. All right, dogs are outside. It's raining right now, so they're not going to want to stay out there too long, and then I'll have to dry them off. So, where we started yesterday was with a blank piece of paper. We ended the night with this template right here, which is odd, but seemed to fit the skate pretty well when said and done. And wrapped around, over, down, and then hooked to itself. And I also had a piece of leather I'm going to have to cut that will go around the front to kind of conform the toe a little bit better on the boot. So that's where we ended yesterday. Moving on today, we got some leather from Joann Fabrics. We got it sketched onto it, cut out. The initial sketch. Seems to, hold on everybody, because guess what? We're in for a treat. Because we got a Pickles in here. Meow meow. Brrr. She's staring at the TV. Come here, Pickles. Meow meow. Brrr. Yeah? You gonna jump up here? Pickles. We got Pickles. Meow meow. Meow meow. Come on. Meow meow. We got Pickles walking around, as you can tell. She might grace you with a cat butthole shot if you're not careful. That's why I'm doing top down and not the side camera. Where you going? Oh, she's just wandering around everywhere. Anyhow. Alright, so basically that's what we have so far. I have a boot, and this is like where the toe, I want something that kind of will bring the toe more in line, but that's basically what we have right now. Simple. Put the holes. So what we got to do to finish up is punch the 3 holes on each side, get those lined up, figure out how exactly I'm going to attach the wings on the side here, and then how I'm going to do the front to kind of just conform to the boot, which is conforming better than the paper already. It's not really even looking, which I don't really like, but we might have to cut it out a little bit better. So alright, but I think that's where we're going to take a break. I'm going to go start the oven, throw the chicken pot pie in, and also I got to feed the dogs. That's the other thing I had to do. Can't neglect that. So with that, everybody, I appreciate the time. The stream is going pretty well. I think it's working adequately, and we will catch everybody on the next one.